For decades, people around the world have displayed a range of special powers and abilities. These powered beings came together and built superpowered cities to thrive in. My name is Angus, and I'm a journalist for the Daily Deposit. My partner Sal and I interview the citizens of Super City, investigating incidents and exploits, and helping where we can, holding the powerful accountable. Because heroes don't do paperwork.
Oh. Angus?
Uh-huh.
The lights are on, meaning it's time to start.
Uh-huh.
You have to do the thing.
Okay, I'm just 1 second. I'm just arguing with someone on the internet and
It can't possibly be a good use of your time.
Send. Okay. Yeah, sorry. I was kind of multi-threading a bit there. I kind of had a couple different forum arguments going on at once.
Are you crying?
Through one of my eyes, yeah. Okay. I'll get into it. I'm kind of partitioning my brain a little bit here while in the throne, and
Okay.
You know what? We'll talk about it. Hello, super citizens. Welcome to Heroes Don't Do Paperwork, the only podcast about events both big and small in Super City. I'm one of your hosts, the chair, joined as always by my co-host Sal.
Hello.
We are, of course, reporters in Super City, and we're here to bring you the chair.
Oh.
What's up, Sal? I'm sorry. I'm seeing you in one of my eyes. I've got the kind of the heads up display messages. I got a lot of pop-up windows. Let me get these out of the way.
I've never seen your eye sort of like at that pivoted angle, kind of like looking out the side.
Yeah.
I'm definitely not at the front of your attention, but
no. You are like, well, let's bring up my my task manager right now. Okay, and I'll flip that around so you can see it. I am dedicating about 8% of my of my brain power to the podcast right now. Yeah. And like I said, like a 43% is I'm arguing on the internet with people right now. So
you are arguing about the nature of, does a shrub constitute a tree?
Yeah. And I say, if it's tall enough.
Interesting.
Yeah, I'm in a topiary. I believe that's the right term. I'm in a topiary chat group right now. That's one of them. Of course, I got in an argument about how long jeans should be, and I think we live in Super City. I think our jeans should be any damn length we well please.
Sure.
And so I'm kind of got a couple different. I haven't really been able to dedicate as much of my time right now to the whole vigilante thing that you and I were doing at night, but right. I really think I'm making a difference here with arguing with trolls on the internet. I think.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, look, we really should get into this, but part of this podcast is about the events both big and small, and I know how much you like the news.
Oh, yeah. Do you want to do your little inconsequential thing? Do you want to talk about that?
Sure. Yeah,
okay,
I have an inconsequential thing to bring. Why? It's not inconsequential. It's news, print media.
I think the chair would be the judge of that.
Okay, well, how's this for a headline? No pain, no rain. The moistress pushes back against new regulations.
It's good.
Well, because the moistress.
Yeah.
The BDSM weather heroine.
Yeah.
There are new regulations stating that we can't just physically harm those who break a simple law.
And she whips the clouds to make rain, right? She kind of like whips the clouds, and then the clouds rain. That's kind of her thing.
Well, she tells them they can't rain yet. She picks them all off.
Yeah. Okay. Good. Yeah. I appreciate you finding like the most appropriate way to write about such a risque hero. Obviously, we've got all sorts of heroes here in Super City, but that's a pretty good. So, what regulations is she pushing back on?
Well, we're not the heroes. Under the control of the mayor, the heroes have kind of been randomly assaulting anyone who commits a crime of any sort of severity, whether it be like crime, or jaywalking, as we've already talked about with prisons.
Right. And listeners, if you're just catching up with the show, obviously the mayor is like a real despot and a tyrant, and is kind of
weaponizing the. We live in a dystopian hellhole.
I knew this would grab your attention. You love talking about crimes against humanity.
Love it.
So,
no, I hate it, but I love it. It. I feel the human part of me, not the chair part of me. The human part of me really feels compelled to talk about those things, and then the chair kind of tamps it down, and the chair kind of serves me a like a thing to maybe like an ad or sandwiches. That seems nice. Could really go for a sandwich.
Anyway, the moistress is not happy about these new policies that prevent her from assaulting random civilians. So she says she's not going to let it rain anymore until these policies are repealed.
Oh, so like a drought. Like a dry spell.
Like a dry spell.
Wow.
Enforced by a superhero. This is a superhero doing something rather villainous. This is textbook stuff that gets Angus all riled up, ready to
you know what?
Fight the institution.
You're right. That does kind of get me a little, but I do, and I almost want to get up out of my chair and do something, right. but then there's a sale on sandwiches, and it's a 2-for-1. So then I kind of stay in the chair a bit longer because I think, well, hey, I could use a sandwich, and why not get 2 for the present? Yeah, am I going too fast, Sal? I'm kind of processing a lot of information here.
No, that one was pretty easy to grasp.
Okay, good. I just want to make sure I'm not leaving you behind.
No.
I can't help but notice you're sitting in just like a wooden chair.
Just a wooden chair.
Yeah,
just as an upholstered cushion.
Okay. Yeah, I guess that's nice.
It's got good lumbar support.
Okay, mine was carved from obsidian at the center of the earth. So
yes. You've told me how many times that they had to pry a dying god out of your chair before they boxed it up and delivered it to you. Yes,
pretty cool. There's still some crumbs. There's still some dead god crumbs in the crevice here.
Mm-hmm.
So
yes, no, you never hesitated to show me when you find, as you put it, a juicy one.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
You pluck one out of the cushion and you say, "Look at this juicy one."
Oh, that's a good one.
And then you pull out your little tin can and you plug it in.
I have a little Altoids. I have a little Altoids case that is full of bits of dead deities. Yeah. Well, everyone's got to have a hobby, right? Mine used to be podcasting about
and helping others, yes.
and helping others. But the chair has really,
yes, I can see that. So almost, would it be fair to say it has like a grip on you?
Yeah, I think so. Yeah, definitely. Because like I did try to get up the other day, and all my ports on my back, they really hurt. So I immediately I said, ow. No thanks. I'll just stay here.
Okay.
With the endless supply of information. And like I said, I really can't say enough. A lot of my time since getting the chair has just been arguing on forums about important stuff. I'll mind you.
Well, I was going to ask what you've been working on, but I have a feeling the answer is nothing. Why don't you instead tell us maybe the top 5 arguments you've been a part of?
Okay, first of all, we used to have a real problem with listicles, but I'm starting to see as a journalist that maybe that's the best way to reach people. So I've been actually, real dark side turn for me. Who knew? So I'm kind of collating some arguments here. Okay, here we go. Here, just number 5. I'll give you a few of them as a teaser. Number 5. How wet is too wet for your socks? Mm-hmm. I said very. I said very wet is too wet. So a little wet, not too wet, but very. That's when so you kind of had to be there. I'll send the whole thing. Number 4 was why hot turkey sandwiches are the best sandwich. I get a lot of pushback on that one. Now I'm realizing a lot of people online don't like gravy, and I'm a big fan. I'm a gravy boy.
In Super City?
Yes, I know.
I distinctly recall at one point we were talking about how gravy was a common face mask.
Oh, did we? That's very.
But to be fair, that is not a sandwich. That is that is a spot treat.
Yeah, I didn't. I clearly these ads are penetrating because it took me a second to realize that my number 4 argument was sandwich related. Number 3 was is roller skating cool? You'll have to read the article to figure that one out. Number 2 was what is Nicolas Cage's best movie and why is it Raising Arizona? Just a pretty pretty solid take there, I think, personally. And number one, why do we exist?
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
That's a pretty interesting one.
I won't lie, the chair has kind of taken over a bit for that one, and it's
so you're not only
go ahead.
You're not only, interfacing with the chair, you're starting to let the chair take over in some capacity when it comes to expressing opinion.
I wouldn't say let. I wouldn't say I'm letting the chair do that. The chair encourages me through pain to write an argument. Well, I'm going to go ahead and just say it. The chair thinks people were made, that we exist to sit.
Exist to
sit.
Oh, to sit.
Yeah. Like in chairs.
Oh.
Yeah.
Gotcha. Well, I suppose without sitting, chairs serve no purpose. So I could see why the chair would have that opinion.
I think so too, and I do think. Well, this is just a theory, but I think the chair is feeding on me a little bit.
Well, Angus, I'm happy to say that thought is well founded.
Okay.
Because you look emaciated.
Well,
like a bag of bones in human form.
Thank you. Thank you. I was looking to lose a little bit of weight for this summer.
You've gone way too far the opposite direction.
Okay. Well, fine. All this talk of food. I am going to go ahead. I'm going to order us some sandwiches.
Hot turkey, please.
Yeah, I'm getting 2 hot turkeys.
Two hot turkeys.
2 hot turkey sandwiches. I hope they deliver well. I hope it. I'm going to do delivery, and we'll just kind of go from there. Okay.
Sounds good to me. Oh, could you get extra gravy, like a face's worth?
Oh, sure. Do you want just the skin?
Yes, please.
Okay, extra skin, and you know what? Extra gravy for me. I love gravy.
Splurge. You need the calories.
I could. All right. Well, just that should be here in just a little bit. Do you want to talk about chairs while we wait?
You know what? I am just going to sort of over here in my chair. I'm just going to look at a couple of forums here. Nothing specific, exorcisms.
Okay.
Expunging evil spirits.
Okay.
Things of this nature. You do what you do. Oh, I can see you've already gone back to it. Okay.
Oh yeah.
I lost your attention almost immediately.
Oh yeah. Yeah, I'm back to arguing.
I'll let you know when your sandwich has arrived.
Hi everyone, I'm Tom.
I'm Sam.
And I'm Laura.
And we are
Disney Dummies!
Look, we know there are Disney superfans out there, but even the superest of fans could still be Disney dummies.
That's why the 3 of us are on a quest to watch every single animated theatrical release in chronological order, from Snow White all the way to whatever's out right now.
We dive into each movie in detail, talking about fun facts, talking about the animation, hit you with some hot takes, our favorite reviews on the internet.
We even talk about who fucks.
I still can't believe that's an actual segment.
So join us every second Wednesday for another episode of Disney Dummies.
And Pixar pals when we finally catch up.
Yeah. Brought to you by the fairy tale whimsical depths of the pod cavern.
Yeah, sorry. You could just bring them in here.
What? So just like right, literally right here on the floor?
No, sorry. I was just sort of speaking abstractly. Please bring them into the office and on that corner.
Okay, this bucket. I didn't put a lid on your gravy. It's sloshing everywhere. Sorry.
That's totally fine. Without the lid, it'll cool faster. I have a process. It's fine. Just here on the corner.
I've never. I mean, just maybe just something for you guys to know, like a hot turkey sandwich. That's not like standard issue sandwich shop stuff. Like I had to go purchase supplies.
Oh.
Yeah, I didn't have bouillon. Like, how am I making gravy? Well, do you know? Like, do you understand what happened? It's like a Subway sandwich is like like we don't even have the right bread. I mean, customer's always right. But like that was
you going the extra mile.
Right. That was like the wrongest a customer's ever been.
Sal, I heard someone say gravy. Are the sandwiches here? I'm really hungry.
Oh, that's his activation phrase. Yes, the gravy has arrived.
Oh, thank God.
Right.
Oh, hello.
Hi.
Hi. My name's Angus. Sorry. This is the chair.
Wow. Okay.
Yeah.
Look at Wow.
Yeah. It's like an obsidian monolith that I'm kind of fused with.
Really doesn't suit the room.
No, God, no. For like a
Yeah.
like a newspaper, pretty plain office, it's very ostentatious. But
I mean,
gravity sort of seems to collect around the chair.
The room is dimmer around the chair for sure. Thank you for making these. I really appreciate.
Right. So we do have a BOGO on. So this will just be the cost of one sandwich. Extra gravy, obviously $2.50. But
cool. I just tap.
Yeah, as always.
Okay. Oh, and I should. See, I want to tip more.
I mean, you did have to go and get the.
But the chair is kind of sending a shocking pain up my spine as I hover over that 25% tip.
I mean, I'm not just the delivery person. I am actually the assembler of the sandwiches.
All right.
So that makes it. If that like tilts the scales.
No, I'm gonna fight it. I'm gonna fight the pain, and I'm gonna give you.
I appreciate that, man. There it is.
Okay.
All right.
And
8%. You had to personalize that.
I tried. Okay. The chair won out a bit there.
You had to.
I'm really sorry.
Click away to get to 8.
Yeah. Right. Yeah. I fought it.
To go to other.
Yeah.
That's fine. I mean, we're all pulling on the same rope, man. Times are tough. I appreciate that. I appreciate that.
You seem really cool. Would you mind this is, I don't know if you know, this is like we do like a podcast here. Would you mind sticking around and letting us ask you a few questions about kind of like your unique perspective on Super City?
Oh, for sure, man. Like I've been on like 20, 30 podcasts at this time. Like I'm running sandwiches all over Lower Cabbage.
Oh, Lower Cabbage.
Yeah. I mean, I don't want to brag, but it's sort of my like in the lettuce district. It is sort of my turf, like north, south.
Really?
I mean, East Cabbage is rough. Obviously, no one's delivering sandwiches to East Cabbage, but I've got the other 3 cardinal directions of cabbage.
Well, East Cabbage is suffering from the what's it called? The
blight?
No, well, the stuff on the side that you get at like a restaurant that's mainly cabbage and vinegar.
Coleslaw.
I was thinking kraut. I was thinking sauerkraut. I was going.
It's a bit of both, isn't it? Well,
yeah.
Who are we to define the line between sauerkraut and coleslaw? It's both. They're both.
Well, that's of course the salad board, because both sauerkraut and coleslaw are types of salad.
It's a fermentation specific question, but I mean that's not what my education was in, so I don't feel
that's fair. Well, it would be rude of us to assume that you could arbitrate on such a decision. Like, there are people in control.
And they know what's best.
They know what's best. They've figured it out.
What do you want to ask, man?
Well, I have to change some. I have to reallocate some resources because I feel like do we know you? Have you told us your name? I'm sorry. What's your name?
Oh. I mean, I don't really give that information away freely, but
okay. Well, I could
since this,
I could tip you again. Maybe would that help?
I mean, it wouldn't hurt.
Okay, here we go. All right, Sal, I need you to help guide me on this one.
Here we go. Stop fighting me if you want my help.
I'm trying, Sal. The chair is.
I'll move it to you. How about I move it to you? Boop! There it is. Ha! I could have done that sooner.
How much?
Well, you know what? That 4.5% just got you, Justine.
Oh wow!
That's right. Your girl's name is
Justine.
Justine.
Justine. Yeah. Oh, I like that. That's great. Obviously, I'm Sal.
You're not Sal.
I'm
one's
Angus.
been Sal
this is
the whole
Sal.
time.
I'm Chair. Sorry, I'm having a real.
You know what? You should eat some sandwich. I bet that would help with your blood sugar.
I'm gonna eat some sandwich. Sal, do you mind taking the first couple questions?
Yeah.
Absolutely, Angus. Might I suggest you sort of mop up some of that brain fluid coming out of your nose, get that back into your body.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
All right. Justine.
Most people don't eat hot turkey sandwich with their hands, but I'm not afraid to get dirty.
Yeah, you guys are real pioneers over here.
Oh.
Now, Justine, you have a unique perspective being well, actually, I'm curious, what is your official title working at one of the most premier sandwich shops in Super City?
I don't identify as an employee of any specific sandwich shop. I consider myself more a freelance sandwich artist.
Wow.
My reputation is immaculate, so I can just go wherever the need is present. So currently, as I said, Lower Cabbage, but I've been all over the lettuce district. I spent some time in the banana district.
Oh, wow.
Most of the colors I've done, all the color districts. I mean, known far and wide. But for now, I'm just a sandwich artist. My shingle is hung in Lower Cabbage, but my work is known throughout Super City.
I don't know if I've ever heard that metaphor before, that your shingle is hung. Is that like that's where you hang your hat?
That's correct. I mean? Yes, that's where I put my name outside of all of the establishments I work, because my reputation is what brings the business. So why wouldn't I advertise? I mean, I think humility is for professional athletes and celebrities. So sandwich artists should boast. We should brag and we should boast.
Now, I'm curious, Justine. The name that you hang outside of all of these different storefronts, is it Justine, or do you have like an artist tag? Do you have a handle that you go by?
Great question. So you have to close your eyes and imagine, if you will, the name Justine, stylized in such a way that each letter is a recognizable sandwich. So the J is shaped like a old-fashioned meatball sub. The U is your BMT. The S is a tuna on rye. I could, there's 5 more letters, but you understand. It is a very stylized. I got some.
I can picture the whole.
It's on
array.
T-shirts. It's on stickers. It's just, it's really good branding.
Very classy. Very
Thank
classy.
you. Yes.
This gravy is really good, by the way.
I should hope so. As I said, I had to roast a turkey and collect drippings. It was Yeah. Well, but I don't cut corners, right, Justine? I couldn't risk the hit to my reputation.
Well,
you got a turkey roasted, drippings collected, gravy prepared in under 30 minutes plus delivery time. That's incredible.
I mean, when you're good, you're good. What you gonna say, right? It's sandwich artistry is a calling. I think this is something that people don't understand. Food service is full of artists. Sandwich artist obviously is the most popular one, but I think a barista is only someone who misspelled the word artist. I feel like all the letters are there. Someone just screwed that up.
Dyslexia is a hell of a learning discipline.
Right? We're all just brilliant, talented folks, and mine is the sandwich arts.
Wow. Well, I always like asking people this. If you're comfortable sharing with us and with the podcast, do you have like a power? Obviously, lots of people in Super City have powers. Do you have a power? What is it, and how does it help with your job?
I mean, it's flight.
Oh, yeah. That's a fun one. I don't think we've ever had anyone on the show who just has flight.
Well, and I don't think you're going to start here. I do have to say there's an asterisk. After the word flight. I call it conditional flight.
Oh, I see.
The conditions have to be pretty specific for me. Like any ding dong can just like point his fist at the sky and then fly.
Yeah. Fuck those guys. Am I right?
Where's the
where's the artistry?
Right.
Precisely. Where are the stakes? I get it.
Where's the work? Right. You need to at least break a sweat. I think. Otherwise, what is it? It's like golf. Anybody can. Anyway.
And you don't sweat to golf.
No.
And anyone can do it well.
If you can do your superpower while smoking a cigarette, I don't really think it's worth doing.
Wow.
So my particular power, I require like a good 15 to 20 meters of runway, right? I gotta get up to speed. And then I don't want to say a flapping motion, but I do have to move my arms with a swiftness. Like if you picture like a 5 or 6 year old boy who's like trying to fly, the running and the flapping, it's basically that.
Okay.
Except I got this bad left arm from college basketball.
That is twisted.
I mean, like I could take off straight, but about 30 seconds into any flight, I start listing.
Okay. Well, that's unfortunate.
But it's flight, right? Like that. You can't call that anything. It's flight. It's a few extra steps.
Sal, we had a guest on recently, right, who was trying to do something with the entry points on buildings vis-a-vis people who are flying.
Accessibility, diversity, and equity.
Nice. Oh,
yes,
love
it. Do you run into any problems with like our office here, our newspaper office does not have a landing pad on the roof. So you've got this flying, you've got to land, you've got to come inside, you've got to go up to the 3rd floor, you got to come to our desks.
Yep.
what's that like? Like, what are the challenges of navigating Super City, flying around with a sandwich in your hands, or how do you carry your sandwiches when you're flying?
I've got a pouch. I've got like a front affixed pouch. Yeah, there it is. Boop.
Is that kangaroo?
No.
Okay.
It's synthetic. Real kangaroo wouldn't tolerate the weather.
Yeah, you're right. Fair. You're right.
Right, rain or sleet, my friend. I gotta move these sandwiches.
It is very marsupial-esque, though.
Right. Yeah, I mean, they got it right the first time. I don't know why we don't all have pouches. Evolutionarily, a ball drop right there.
I could use.
Do you mind if I just sort of?
I certainly mind.
Sal.
Wow.
I was curious about the synthetic marsupial pouch.
Well, yeah, man. Well, but it's a private space. It's a private space.
But the sandwiches were in there.
That's true.
Okay.
But I choose what goes in and out. Like, come on.
More power to you.
Fair.
As for the accessibility piece, it was tricky. I mean, more than anything for me with the bad left arm, it's a matter of geometry. So first of all, I've always got to figure for the like slow turn towards the left. But once I'm close enough, I mean, I feel that you enter a contract with any delivery person that you acquire, that any means necessary for me to get you that sandwich. So if I've got to break some glass, if I've got to knock over some plants, if I'm, accidentally taking off the corner of someone's triplex, these are just things that are part of the cost of a Justine sandwich. And you know what? I've never gotten a single negative review.
I'm going to say, I'm curious if you had any issues getting here, because I'm seeing your shins are very badly bruised.
Yeah.
Dark purple.
Yeah. Well, I mean, when people talk about flight, they never talk about landing.
Landing? Yeah.
And it's not my strongest feature. So I've been working on, trying to tuck up, like, boop, like into a small cylindrical shape to roll. So it's very shin forward at this point. I'm workshopping. Maybe next time it'll be like an all fours situation, but I really need to protect these mitts, man. These hands are my livelihood. So anybody can live without shins. No disrespect. I don't know.
Of course. I'm barely using mine.
Yeah,
I get it.
In the same way, so many flying superhero jerks just sort of take off with their fist in the air. They also just sort of land in a classic 3-point landing, fist down in the earth. And
so cliche.
It's been done 100 times.
It's also just not viable for everyone. Not everyone has indestructible kneecaps.
No.
That's right. I've got weak ankles and a bad shoulder, so you do what you can with what you have.
You're really taking a beating doing these deliveries.
The priority is the work. You got to put the work first.
But
what our listeners need to understand is that delivery people in Super City are part of a sacred covenant, a guild, as it were, of delivery people.
Yes.
They take a pact. There's a whole ceremony behind
an oath.
There's an oath, yeah.
There's truly just a whole sort of underground community.
Absolutely.
A secret society of delivery.
And if you marry outside of food delivery, let me tell you.
Wow.
It's just torn families apart.
Has it torn your family apart?
Not enough. If I was telling the truth, I could prefer less of my old man. Yeah, I could have.
I get you.
But it's all right. Every day is a burden of living. But my buddy Chair over here knows exactly what I'm talking
right
about.
here for you. Everyone should be sitting.
Yeah.
So here's the thing. You've got this artistry when you're making the sandwich.
Absolutely, I do.
Why are you so, forgive my ignorance here, why not hand the delivery off to someone else so you can focus on the sandwich making? You know what I mean? Am I missing something?
I get this question all the time, and it offends me deeply.
I'm so
that
sorry.
People think that once the paper is wrapped around the sandwich, my job is done.
Construction paper is an interesting choice too.
That would be like, I mean, the fiber in a piece of construction paper is so rich. I'm not going to waste on parchment or
kind of
wax.
Part of the art. It's kind of part of the artistry too. When I rip it open, it's got that satisfying.
But to go and have the assumption that once I've made a sandwich, my job is done is akin to saying once you've popped out a child, bingo bango, your job is done. The investment is only complete when the transaction is done. So I got to make sure that this makes it to the proper mouth, and that there's a ripening to some sandwiches, right? Like a meatball sub isn't done till it's sat for like 20 minutes.
You need to let it sit. Yeah.
Who wants a freshly assembled meatball? The provolone's not melted.
It's got to congeal a little bit.
Who do you think I am?
So
this
is Justine.
Just like a kid, yeah. So Justine, do you often find yourself sticking around to watch your person consume the sandwich?
Oh, 100% of the time.
Okay. I got it.
100% of the time.
So that's why you should get started.
Yeah, you should. That's why you were so willing to hang out with us.
And that's why I've been on 2030 podcasts. Half the time I'm delivering these things to podcast studios.
Yeah.
And then I gotta hang out to make sure, like, whatever, like some guy named Jordan likes his egg salad.
So many of them are named Jordan. It's weird.
I wonder about that.
That's weird.
How did you manage to dry brine a turkey prior to cooking it in like less than 30 minutes?
Yeah,
it's all about pressure. It's all about science. It's all about skirting around food and safety laws.
Do you have a tectonic oven? Do you have a tectonic oven that just creates so much pressure between two of the mantles of the earth that it just
and
instantly
heated by
cooked?
Magma and sulfuric acid? Yeah.
Wow.
Again, who do you think I am?
Well, they're just so hard
using
to come
an
by.
Air fryer
to
make my incredibly popular sandwiches?
Justine, I would never accuse you of using an air fryer. You're an artist, for God's sake.
I'm an artist, and the tools are just as important as the craft.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
If I may be so bold to ask, what is the sandwich you're most well known for?
Ooh.
Oh, well, it's not for everyone, so buckle up, because I think I might blow some minds.
Okay, here, Angus, let me get that seatbelt on your
Now, it changes as per the region. So I always like farm to table. I always like to use the freshest ingredients. So now, as I am in Lower Cabbage, it is a cabbage forward, cabbage done 4 ways, cabbage sandwich.
Wow. Okay.
So
what are the 4 ways?
The first way is pre-masticated by a rabbit.
Got it.
Interesting.
So it's pre-chewed rabbit cabbage. Rabbit cabbage. The second way is kraut, right? We talked about sauerkraut. Fermentation's good for your gut biome. You're welcome. Number 3 is like the most mayonnaise-y coleslaw you could think of. Like milk salad, like it's wet. That's important.
Gross. And then just a sloppy coleslaw.
Oh, like where's the fiber in this? It's like like warm yogurt, runny consistency. And then the 4th is candied cabbage, which always surprises people.
Wow, I was going to say like kimchi or something, and a third. Wow,
that's cultural appropriation. I'm 1/16 German. I would never tinker with something like an excellent Korean specialty.
Of course, and two types of fermented cabbage is enough. You don't need a third.
No,
last thing you want is fermentation, reverse polarization in your gut.
Both ends simultaneously would just light up like the 4th of July.
Wow.
Yeah, and then all of that wrapped in the 3 different types of like red cabbage, white cabbage, and then the mysterious orange cabbage. That is very
orange
rare.
Cabbage, they still have that?
I know a guy. I'm not at liberty to reveal his secrets, but so that would be it. Cabbage 4 ways with cabbage.
Wow. Well, I think this would benefit our listeners, but I think it would also benefit Sal and I here. We're kind of on a budget, like we are.
Right.
We are kind of constantly being harassed by the mayor and kind of just sapping whatever wealth we can earn. He kind of finds a way to get it away from us. So we're kind of operating on a budget. I guess what is something that we could do at home to really kind of, like, I'm making a peanut butter sandwich. What could I do to kind of, fancy it up a little bit on a budget?
Okay. I tell this to everyone who asks me this question. You got to take a really sharp knife and then cut the sandwich on the diagonal.
Wow.
The crosshatch is completely different. It really, you gotta eat corners first. Like, this is a very
Of
integral
course.
sandwich thing. You don't want to just bite through the middle like a child. You have to
Mhm.
go corners first. So
Mhm.
by cutting on the bias of the sandwich, it
Mhm.
reveals more corners. It makes a more pleasant mouth experience, and absolutely, it's bougie as hell. It's
So,
bougie as hell. A
not
diagonally
only
cut sandwich.
not only do you not like cutting corners, you like cutting it so there are more corners.
Just corners around the bed. Everything's
Just-
corners.
Justine taking the long way around, you know?
That's.
I love it.
mean, there's no excuse for fast food. It should be slow, and there should be extra corners.
Yummy.
Now, I have a question.
Oh,
When it
fantastic.
comes to slicing the bread, are you someone who advocates for slicing with the grain or against the grain?
I got in a heated argument about this on the internet recently.
That is a good question. I would have to say it is bread specific. If the
Mm.
bread
Oh,
is
hot
more
take.
antagonistic to me, then I will willfully cut against the grain,
Right.
shred that bitch up just a
Just
little
to
bit.
show it who's boss.
That's right. I've got the sharpest knives in town. I can
Mhm.
cut whichever way I want. Thank you very much. But if
Mhm.
it's a more obedient, submissive bread, then I don't need to go that extra step. So
Wow.
we'll just go with the grain of the bread. And tortillas, ladies' choice. They're circular, so who cares? It doesn't
Yeah.
matter.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow, I'm learning so much. What
Yeah.
would you say is the most obedient type of bread?
I mean, you would be surprised because it is arguably like the comedy bread of breads, but it's pumpernickel.
Wow.
Oh,
Yeah, it's nice
Really?
and dense. She doesn't mind. She can take a knife. It's fine.
Mm-hmm.
Wow. I feel
It's
like
funny you say that because I recall preparing myself some pumpernickel toast,
Mhm.
and I was thinking, here's a bread which is going with the flow,
Yeah.
Right?
totally at ease,
Very
ready to do whatever
comfortable with
I'm
itself.
suggesting.
Yeah.
I mean, it was just saddled with the most unfortunate name, but it is a very dignified bread.
I like that kind of bread that's just covered in seeds and stuff and flax on the outside. You know what I'm talking
Oh,
about?
dusty. Yeah. Real messy
Honestly-
situation in the old pouch.
Lots of crumbs. Yeah. I like
Mhm.
crumbs. I guess crumbs are kind of a big. I'm realizing that about myself. I really like crumbs. Huh.
Ah,
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Huh.
good for you, buddy. Good for
Yeah.
you.
I'm learning so much about myself this episode. I'm learning so much about you, about Super City. Honestly, I'm feeling a little inspired. You know, this
Aw.
artistic integrity you have is kind of rubbing off, and makes me want to. I don't know. Makes me want to try a bit harder. You know what? I think it's time I stood up from this chair.
Oh,
Ooh!
All
Ow!
right.
Ow! 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 No!
Hold
No!
on.
No! I'm okay. I'm
Angus,
okay.
keep trying. Keep trying.
I don't
Justine,
know.
help me
I don't know.
lubricate his cable.
Okay, where do
I
you
don't know.
put my hands? It's
Just-
just all...
Just sort of cup,
Okay.
and then
Oh,
lift.
Up!
And then I'm just
Uppies,
going to
uppies.
gravy.
Okay.
Here.
Activate
All
your
right.
core.
Come on,
Oh.
come on, big boy.
Wow. My legs, they're all wobbly. I haven't stood in a couple weeks. My legs are
Whoa.
all
Like a
atrophied.
2-year-old looking to stand for
Oh.
the first time.
Whoa,
Oh,
easy.
Grab the
Easy.
grab the desk. Grab the
Oh,
desk.
Okay.
oh, I'm falling backwards.
Oh,
It's all
I
right.
got
It's
you.
all right.
Yeah.
Oh,
Man.
thanks,
Let
guys.
me move your chair out of the way, and let me
Whoa.
bring you over my old
So you
wooden
like
chair.
don't stand up?
Well, I got this chair a couple weeks back, and it's been really kind of all encompassing. I won't lie, actually, the sudden stop to the constant flow of information, because my chair was hooked up to the internet.
Oh.
I feel uncomfortable. You know what?
Wow.
I'm going back in the chair. Yeah, I'm going back.
No, no.
Are you sure? I mean,
ooh,
wow.
oh God, I was foolish to ever leave.
Ooh.
Oh my
All
God,
right.
the outside world is pain. Chair
You're
gets
this
me.
close.
Oh.
Wow.
Whew. Well, that's going to do it for us here at Heroes Don't Do Paperwork. For those of you listening at home, remember, try to do the chair thing.
He always says do the right thing. This is not a good turn for his character, Justine, is what you have to understand. This is probably a
There's-
negative arc for this
There's
Yeah.
character.
lore here that I do not understand.
Justine, you really came at a wild time for our
All
people,
right.
our characters.
I gotta get on the street. I got 15 to 20 meters of runway I gotta find
Okay.
before I go home.
Do you have another
Well, I'll show
sandwich?
you to my favorite alleyway.
Oh.
Ah, I love a good
Oh,
alleyway.
that's sweet. Do you have another sandwich you're going to deliver right now?
I do, yeah. I've got like a chicken teriyaki situation that is
Ooh.
almost ripe, so I should get on my way.
All right. Well, you get out of here, you crazy kids. Hey, everybody. Angus here. As always, Sal Bedfellow was played by Matthew Wally. Justine was played by Desiree Warmington. If you like the show and want to support it, consider leaving a like, a review, or telling a friend about it. All that stuff really helps us out. And you can head on over to podcavern.com and check out our merch store. We've got lots of cool hats, hoodies, t-shirts, stuff like that. Anything you buy there helps us keep the lights on here. Thanks for listening.